a little Wisconsin cheese joke over here for you.
Oh, good God. Welcome in, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for hanging. Wow, thanks for joining. Flex has got us on a roll. I am Greg. I am being joined once again by the pro boner champ himself, Brian, Intern Brian. Thanks for coming back around.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. And the champ over there is flexing. It's Oral Flex.
Greg, I'm just here to give everybody their weekly dose of Oral Flex. That's the only reason I'm here.
Glad you could dish it out. Welcome in. Find everybody on the grams, Craft Beer Republic, Flex Me a Beer, _is in between, and UCS Brian, as well as craftbeerrepublic.com. You doing any shopping on the old Tavor? Don't forget promo code UNFILTERED. Get you $10 off your first purchase. We have a lot to get to today. Have some tasty beers I'm excited to talk about. And I took a very boozy trip I'll fill you in on, and all kinds of good stuff. Ludicrous libation law, some booze news, and much more. So if everyone's got their dancing shoes on, let's start off with a little hydration. Oh, I love my beer indeed. I'm not going to lie. I 100% bought this for the can. It's a good thing it's also pretty tasty. I am drinking...
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm such a sucker. This one worked out. The algorithm, I mostly hit it. I'll tell you in a second. Alvarado Street Brewing's DeLorean Dust. 8.1%.
Oh,
I totally would. 45 IBUs. Has a 4.21 on Untapped with over 6,500 reviews. And a 92 on Beer Advocate. They say if Doc Brown were to jump in his time machine on a quest to drink a double IPA, this would certainly be his beer. A modern take on the ever-changing IPA style, we've combined forces from two of our favorite yeasts to squeeze out as much pulpy, tropical fruit-laden ester characters as possible. Then, introduced a not-so-small amount of cryo powder in the dry hop to further augment an oily, luscious hop aroma and flavor. Soft, silky texture, light bitterness, high drinkability. And I must correct myself. I read the wrong ABV. This is actually 10%. This is 10%. I did not learn my lesson with Intern Brian's wife a couple weeks ago about drinking a 10%er on the show. Nothing sexual.
What'd you do with my wife, he says?
Just real sloppy. So anyways, on the old sniffer, not a huge fragrance, but a very nice one. Very tropical, a lot of fruit coming through. I think I'm getting some of that cryo powder. Most importantly, let me dig on the old tongue jobber.
Please do.
You get a little bit of that warmth from the 10%. It does not hide, but it's not overpowering. A lot of tropical. I think I got some pineapple up there up front. It smooths out. They do say it has a soft, silky texture. Very accurate. Has a very soft mouthfeel. And it finishes up with a pretty good amount of bitterness, especially for a hazy boy, and leaves you wanting more. This is one of those, I know, like, Brian, you and the wife are not huge on the hazies. This is one of those, like, bitter hazies that does not get chunky. It doesn't do all, like, the gimmicky bullshit, no lactose, anything like that. This is an IPA that hasn't been filtered.
So like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah,
more on that line.
Yeah, it's Alvarado Street. It's from the West Coast. It's good. On to the algorithm. This was, I believe, it was a little high. I think it was $7 for the can, but 10%, and it has a DeLorean on it, so you know I had to fucking buy it. If there's a DeLorean or a Back to the Future reference.
Yeah, if anybody couldn't tell how excited Greg was reading that description.
Yeah.
Major Back to the Future guy. If you haven't known that, he made it evidently clear.
I named my dog after the movie. My dog's name is Marty.
Everybody.
Yeah. So we narrowed it down to two names for the dog when we got him. It was Marty or
McFly.
Einstein. Or Einstein. But anyway.
And see, now Alvarado Street, I've never heard of an IPA from them. I've seen a lot of people get a lot of their overfruited stuff. Or their sours.
Really?
Is that something I'm not...
Honestly...
Am I wrong on that?
I have not had a ton of run-ins with Alvarado Street, but they do a ton of IPAs and normal style beers.
Well, see, I've only ever seen any of their sours, like about through like the social media platforms and whatnot. I've never seen an IPA from them. So,
Brian, any common run-ins with Alvarado Street?
I don't remember offhand like having a lot of Alvarado Street, but I might now, based on that review. That was pretty damn good.
That definitely made me thirsty over here.
Yeah, it's really good. They're in Monterey, California.
No way, I was just up there.
Oh yeah,
so that's cheese land in California, right? Monterey. Little Wisconsin cheese joke over here for you.
Little Wisconsin humor.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're in for one today, everybody.
Oh, bring on the cheddar. Anyways, apologies. Got a lot to get to. First, I want to give a huge shout out to listener Andrew. We were at Naughty Pine Brewing, and we're sitting there having a beverage, and some guy goes, "Hey, are you Greg?" "Yeah." "Greg from Craft Beer Republic?" It's like, oh shit, what'd I say? "Yeah."
Was he from Alabama?
Yeah, or Phoenix. Yeah. I was like, yeah. He goes, "Dude, I love this show. I listen every week." I was like, thank God. Awesome. Thanks, man. He was a fan. He works at Naughty Pine, was a fan. And I was like, good, thanks. And so we had a lot of conversations. In fact, he was on his way up to Paso, which the wife and I frequent all the time. So we're giving him some places to go drink in Paso and eat as well. Anyway, super nice guy. We shot the shit for a while, drank some beer together, and then he gave me one of his home brews that I was thinking maybe next week on the show I would have and talk about. Hope he's not embarrassed. He's like, "Here, try this. Let me know what you think." It did not say have it on the show, but I was like, "Nah, what the hell? Let's have it on the show." So,
well, damn! Now I can't wait for next week.
Yeah,
something to look forward to.
Yeah. So
big homebrew taste test.
Yeah,
is it good or is it not? No, I'm just kidding.
If I remember correctly, he said it was a Kvik IPA. Use some Kvik yeast on an IPA.
Oh, so, right on. That should hopefully be pretty solid.
Yeah, it'll be interesting at the very least. So we'll see how that goes. So shout out to Andrew. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, that was it. Good night, everybody.
Brian really wanted to say that.
Sorry.
Nobody takes my line. Also, just another huge shout out to Finland. For some reason, they keep coming back for more. Every time I see us like sinking back in the charts, I'm like, well, I guess the magic is worn off. And then, like the next day, I'll get an email where it's like, "You're up 400 to number 2." It's like, welcome back, Finland. Love you guys.
God, I love Finland so much. I just want to move there.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but I appreciate it.
I used to prefer Sweden, but now I think I'm just all in on Finland.
Yeah, same.
Do you think there's like street merch, like made, like homemade merch for a Craft Beer Republic?
Like knockoff concert
sold? Tees? Yeah, like just being sold in the streets of Finland. You know, it's like everybody knows Greg, Flex, Deb, Coley, Erica, now intern Brian, you know, like.
I hope so.
It's just gonna it's got to be awesome.
Yeah, I hope someone's
I can't wait to go to Finland.
Knockoff Craft Beer Republic concert tees on the streets, and
it'll be like the Beatles getting off the plane in New York.
Yeah,
right. Craft Beer Republic gear, but instead of a C at the end, it's a K. You know, it's like
changing it just enough.
You know, and they just think that they're like that smart about it.
Right. One can only hope. Please, anybody from Finland, we beg of you, hit us up. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're into, why you started listening to our show.
Is there a Finnish beer that we can get to try on the show? I mean, for real.
Yeah, let us know. We want to talk all about it. So,
is there a Finnish beer? Come on.
Is there a starting beer? Too soon. Also, I wanted to mention, went on a little road trip with the wife person. It was her birthday, so I was like, "Oh, we'll do some things." I'm tired of buying stuff for birthdays and Christmas because the house just has.
Well, she's gonna hear this first of all, and she's gonna go, "I'm your wife person."
Yeah. I've said worse.
That's how you introduce me,
my little lady.
Yeah, my lovely wife,
a sweet darling.
We went up to San Ynez, Los Olivos area, which is sort of Central California wine country. We did some horseback riding. She loves horses, so we did some horseback riding through a vineyard, and then some wine tasting. Then that night,
it's romantic as shit,
dude. I earning them points. Let me tell you. That night we went to Firestone's Barrel Works location, had dinner, and met up with a couple friends. Surprised her, had some friends meet us there. Went through. It was so funny. When you get there now, they don't take your order. You just order, like you scan the code and order. And so I'm scanning the code, and I just ordered probably like 10 tasters. I was like, "Hey, we're here. Let's try a bunch of shit we haven't had yet." And it's Firestone. I love all their barrel aged whatevers, big beers. And so like the friends, their beer got there first, and they dropped off like 2 tasters and a pint. And then here comes our beer. And it was like 8 or 10 tasters, and the friends very much thought like it was 2 or 3 tables worth of beer. And then they just kept setting them down. And this one is this one, and here's your whatever, and here's your vertical of our anniversary beers. And they look over at us, and I'm like, hey, I just, a little research. Gotta
when
be
in
thorough.
Rome.
Yeah. We weren't driving. So that was good. Good dinner, good beer as per usual over there. Then the next day we made our way over to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, for those out of towners, is where all the rich people hang out, I guess. I don't know. It's always nice there. The weather is always great.
Would you say lawyers hang out there?
It's the rich people hang out there.
Oh, so lawyers.
Oh, yes. The pro bono champ himself, I'm sure, likes himself.
Go Gauchos.
Yeah, that's right.
Santa Barbara.
Hung out there, did some good research over there. Went to Night Lizard Brewing, had a couple of good beers there. Went over to the Funk
What
Zone.
a cool name.
Yeah, I do like their name. It's pretty sweet. Captain Fatty's has a satellite tap room in the Funk Zone. Did a little wine tasting because the wife was wanting some wine.
Just stacking those points, Greg.
Yeah. Then had some dinner, went back, drank some more wine at the hotel. We brought port with us. Nothing gets you shitty like a bottle of port will. Yeah, good times. Good times. So nice little road trip with the wife and the dog. Had to bring Marty McFly with us.
Oh, he's got to bring Marty.
I know. People keep so while we were horseback riding, like you can't obviously bring your dog with you horseback riding. And,
why not?
It even said on the website, no,
Brian, that's exactly what crossed my mind. Why not?
It said on the website, no dogs. So I was like, all right. So we found doggy daycare up there at this place called the Ruff Ranch, RUFF.
Man, that is just
that's adorable. Oh my god!
Everyone we've told that to is like, oh, that's so clever. I'm like, is it though? It's not that clever.
I feel like that's a place where you drop your dog, but then you see the name of the place and you see all the dogs. You just wouldn't want to leave. It's like you just want to sit there and play with all the dogs.
Yeah. I feel like that's a place that should have been owned by DMX. Rest in peace.
Yeah, we'll pour one out for him.
Yeah. R.I.P. DMX. So anyways, that was our weekend full of drunkenness. Still recovering a little bit.
You look great though.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I've never felt better.
That's usually my line.
You look great too, Flex.
All right, I'll take my shirt off. Okay. Just for you guys.
You won't do it.
Yeah,
you won't do
nobody
it.
wants to see that. What about you guys?
Everybody.
Any good research this week in Flex? Anything going on over there?
You know what? I haven't went out much lately. I've just been buying some stuff here and there
That's fair.
there and here.
Sure.
Picked up Toppling Goliath IPA, the Forced Flare. That was pretty solid. Picked up another IPA a sour ale from Eagle Park.
Nice.
Everybody knows they're one of my favorites.
Yeah, you almost never talk about them.
Yeah, no, never. People probably don't even know who they are. But it was like a little Star Wars pun on the name and the can art, and it actually fit the Flex algorithm.
Oh, good.
I think that's what we can call it now.
I think so.
Yeah, I haven't been making it out publicly, but I have been buying and consuming a lot of good beer around town.
Glad to hear it. Brian, what about you? Any schnog or anything good happen over the weekend?
I've been trying the Flexgorithm method as well.
It is a good thing to try.
Yeah, and
it really is.
And I feel like it's really done some wonders for me, but really I was Deb and I were putting in some work on our Tavor box.
Heyo.
We got some delicious beers from Tavor.
Really highlighting.
He's even got the orange mic head, It's like he's a spokesperson.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, Deb splurged on some autumn beers, and so we had kind of had a few of those left over from the Halloween and Thanksgiving holiday. So we went pretty hard on the autumns. But they were great. Everything we got from Tavor was very good.
Filtered.
Yeah. And you're going to get a discount on your first box there. So I would definitely recommend using them. No, but, really, I've been letting Deb dictate the beer choices lately, and it's been nice to have a beer sommelier of her caliber.
Yeah.
Making those decisions for me.
She seems to have really good taste in beer and of men. So cheers to you, Brian.
She's got good taste in general, but thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, she goes for some stuff that I wouldn't necessarily go for.
Beer or men?
Both.
Touche.
I couldn't handle me. I know that.
I can't wait till she hears that.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
Jesus.
Apologies.
Oh, the can of worms you opened.
Yeah. Anyway, so she has good taste in beer.
Yeah, no, she's done, I mean, a lot of these autumn things that I would kind of be scared of, pumpkin and such, and oftentimes you're pleasantly surprised by what you get. So she went in on, we got a autumn pack that had like 10 or 15 different beers, and a lot of them had pumpkin or were spiced in one way or the other, and some really big stouts. And so with it getting colder out now, it's been really nice to kind of like, share those with a few taster glasses. And,
I feel like you can't really say colder. You guys live in California.
Well, it's down into the 70s finally.
Yeah. I think we broke 60.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Dude, where I was at up on the Central Coast, by day, the high was 81. By night, the low was 33.
Oh my gosh.
It was so fucking cold. Like, we went out to pee the dog at like 11, and it was in the 40s, and I didn't know what to do with myself.
Flex is like out in flip-flops and a tank top in 33.
I was going to say, I feel so bad for you. We're already getting single-digit wind chill temperatures out here.
My cousin lives in Alaska, and the other day, his high was negative 23.
Yeah, that sounds like an Alaskan thing.
Yeah, and I was like, you guys know there's shit below Alaska, right? Like, you could just not live in Alaska.
Does he get drunk in bars in Alaska? Now I'm curious.
No, you're not allowed to.
Wow. I'd sure like to talk to this cousin of yours.
We need to get him on here. Hello, I am here for a beverage.
I am Greg's cousin.
I wonder if he's got crutches. One can only hope.
He probably has multiple pair of crutches.
He just walks into
like
the bar with a
closet full of crutches.
Yeah.
Like in Alaska, they don't hang clothes in closets; they hang crutches.
Right.
These are my Thursday crutches.
Right. Weren't you here earlier? No, that was the other guy with crutches.
No, that was the other guy with crutches.
Well, I learned that these fucking weirdos up there. Now we're just talking shit about all kinds of states. Last week it was Alabama. Wow. Up in Alaska, it gets so cold that you cannot turn your car off when you go to the grocery store. So there's just a parking lot full of cars running. I was like, did you just come out and pick whichever one you feel like taking at that point? Like,
it's great for the planet too.
This is why we have global warming.
Yeah.
Alaskan parking lot grocery stores.
Just a big hole in the ozone layer above Vaughn's and Juneau.
I mean, I can understand that though, because when we get the polar vortexes here in Wisconsin, you have to go out like every hour or two when you're at work to start your car and run it for a few minutes to make sure that by the time from when you get to work to when you leave to work that your car starts.
Jesus.
Why don't you just put a blanket over it?
Holy shit, Brian, that's fucking brilliant.
No, but like a welder's blanket.
No, dude.
Like a solar blanket?
Car blankets.
Like a really good blanket.
Car blankets. It is a new invention.
Trademark.
Me and you will go in on it and we'll become millionaires.
Let's do it. I'm in.
I love it.
Can you put the Crappy Republic logo?
I've been looking for a new career for a while now, so.
Me too.
I'm moving up from intern.
Brian could be the legal department. Flex could be the model. I don't know.
Sales.
Yeah. Sales and marketing.
Yeah, I will sell car blankets with my shirt off.
Perfect.
I think we got something.
Not in Alaska, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, definitely
would fall
less.
off.
Well, you would wear a car blanket with your shirt off, but the car blanket would insulate you and protect you.
That's true.
Okay, I'm in.
This
in.
product
We're
sells
gonna do
itself.
this.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God. You know, let's just end the show and start working on this.
Good night, everybody.
We have work to do.
That's twice.
So anyways, moral of the story, don't live in Alaska. And if anybody wants to know why California house prices are so high, it's because we don't know what the fuck that is. This polar vortex and
Yeah, it's
leaving
crazy,
cars
man.
running while you're in the grocery store. Sounds like made up shit.
Dude said it's stout season because it's starting to get cold in California. That kills me.
Yeah.
That kills me.
It's in the 60s. Get your stouts out,
I love
everybody.
you. I love it. I love it. I love you guys.
Come on out to California. All right. Before we get to anything else, I think it's time we make a call to the pen, find out what the intern is drinking over there.
He calls to the bullpen for beer.
What beer is he calling for?
Well, Greg, he's calling for a Society the Butcher.
Ooh, I like Society.
I like
Society Brewery out of San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
which means
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Greg, am I wrong on that?
I believe you said it right. It also translates to the whale's vagina.
The whale's vagina.
that's what I was
thank you.
waiting for.
Mhm.
That
Yes.
is exactly what I was waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Okay, so Society Brewing's The Butcher is a Russian Imperial Stout coming in at 9.666 ABV, With-
Yowza.
no discernible IBUs, and it has a 93 on Beer Advocate, which no one gives a shit about, and 4.07 on Untapped. So it's pretty good, ratings wise, I guess.
Yeah, right on.
I don't know what to say about it. It pours like crude oil, very dark.
Yep.
It's like the classic Russian Imperial Stout pour.
Yes, so schnoz wise, very roasty, notes of like caramel and burnt sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Very like a little bit of smokiness on
Okay.
it. And then in terms of the flavor, it really kind of comes out of that. But
It's so funny. Before being a beer drinker, you would never have been like, "Oh, burnt sugar. That smells great."
Ever.
And now it's
You would
like,
never
all
think
right,
that.
burnt sugar in this beer sounds great.
I mean, it's got a little bit of tanginess from that.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I'm not.
that's
I'm not
interesting.
hating on it. I just think it's funny. Like before we were into beer, we would have never said that sounds delicious.
Yeah, I mean, this beer, the taste is very roasty, malty,
Mm-hmm.
obviously not very bitter. It kind of drinks like a campfire has penetrated it.
Oh,
And
wow.
and like and
I'm all
and
about
just-
that penetration, Brian.
Who isn't? Who isn't, Flex? I mean, come on. No, but it's a tasty beer.
Nice.
Gets you in trouble a little bit, coats the palate,
Mhm.
but doesn't have any bitter aftertaste, anything like that. I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far.
Nice.
So a smooth 9.666 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Society
Man, that sounds good.
was the first brewery where I ever had cashmere hops, and they had the single hop IPA. It was all cashmere. They called it the Bachelor. This is probably like 4 or 5
So
years
that's what
ago.
changed your life, huh?
Oh my God. I was like, this is like the best IPA I've ever had, at least best West Coast I've ever
It-
had.
All cashmere IPA is just the fucking tits.
And then
Can I say that?
oh,
Can I say that?
you just did. What are our options now?
geez.
It's too late. Then I tried to make my own single hop IPA with cashmere, and that was a disaster.
I feel like you got to
Well,
be gentle with the cashmere hops.
You do. I also didn't let it rest long enough, and diacetyl.
Well, it's a good thing that you have a home brew from, another home brewer that you get to try next week on the episode of Craft Beer Republic.
That's a great plug. Now I got to remember to have it next week because, boy, have we really talked about it. Cannot forget. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, very good. Shout out to Society. Ludicrous libation law. Flex has lost his shit.
It is all Brian's fault. Everything is Brian's fault.
That's what his wife always says.
Goddamn Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
Woo.
That 9666. Ludicrous libation law. This comes out of South Dakota. Apparently,
I was hoping for another Alabama law, Greg.
Sorry. In Alabama, you must be with your cousin. No, how dare you? Whoa. In Deadwood, South Dakota, it is illegal to mix an alcoholic beverage with another without a permit.
So like a cuvee, you can't do a cuvee of beer?
Not without a permit.
2 beers?
Can you mix a alcoholic beverage with a non-alcoholic beverage?
I think that's okay.
So Jack and Coke, cool.
Do you have to go to Deadwood City Hall to get this permit?
I don't know. We should find out.
Hey, Deadwood City Hall, I would like to make this post on Instagram, but I would like to not get arrested for it.
Hey, City Hall, I'd like to mix up a adios motherfucker. I'm going to need a permit for this.
Wow, it's been a while since I've had one of those.
Yeah,
that was a fucking drop.
It's been at least 10 years for me. Yeah.
Can we call and find out how much this permit costs too?
Oh, that'd be fun to do. Follow up on these weird laws.
Can we call the Deadwood, South Carolina City Hall?
Dakota, yeah.
Oh, Dakota. What
South
is it?
Dakota.
South Dakota.
Deadwood, South Dakota.
I thought it was South Carolina. I'm an idiot.
Wrong South.
I hear South and I think of Wendy and I think of South Carolina and
can't blame you. She's always on the
line. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah. That's my fault. So
we'll edit it out in post.
Yeah, we'll clean it up to make you sound like more of a
Brian with the drops.
Somebody's gonna call South Dakota for us and find out what that permit will cost.
Yeah, or if you live in South Dakota, just let us know because we know you've done it.
I'll call on it though, for real. I'll call
Please
Deadwood.
Do. Identify yourself as Intern Brian.
You know some people in law, yes. Hi, I am Intern Brian calling on regards of the Craft Beer Republic. We would like to know how much your permit is to mix 2 alcoholic beverages together so we don't get arrested.
Better, I am Intern Brian from the legal department of Craft Beer Republic.
I am also trying to pretend that I am not drunk at a bar in Alaska.
I am doing this pro bono.
My work is completely pro bono. I am not on crutches in a bar in Alaska. Can you please tell me what it would cost to mix 2 beverages together?
P.S. Fuck Alabama.
They're like, oh, we agree. To everyone wondering why we're hating on Alabama, you got to listen to the last episode.
Yes, please do. 280.
Yeah, also, 280. Or visit Alabama.
Wow, poor
Roll Tide.
Poor Alabama. Man, that's 2 weeks in a row of just getting shit on. Whew. All right, 10%. Here we go. A little bit of news to get to. It's time to learn how to homebrew if you live in England. London could run out of alcohol by Christmas time.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Surely no.
Shirley Temple is what they'll be drinking. Shops in the UK could run short of wine.
My name's not Shirley.
Could run short of wine and liquor ahead of the Christmas holiday because there aren't enough drivers to make deliveries. The warning was made in a letter sent by the UK Wine and Spirit Trade Association to UK Transport Security and Grant Shapps last week. It was signed by, whatever that means, signed by 48 members of the industry association, including champagne and cognac makers Moet Hennessy and Laurent Perrier.
I believe it's Moet.
It's Moet.
Wow. Lawyered.
It's Tavor. How dare you? This is an urgent issue for our business, and it's imperative that the UK government takes immediate steps to help mitigate the impact of the driver shortage crisis before the Christmas period. The industry wants help with better routing of freight from ports, as well as more regularly updates from the government on how quickly it's processing heavy goods, vehicles, driving tests, and licenses. So basically, they're going to run out of booze because they don't have enough drivers.
And I feel like if you put out a newsletter like that or a headline like that, I feel like people are going to start applying. Like, nobody wants to run out of alcohol.
No,
right?
That's important shit.
So you're just going to get all these people like wanting to be like, hey, I'll drive a goddamn truck just so we don't run out of alcohol.
Yeah,
I believe they call them lorries.
You're right. And they put the alcohol in the boot.
And alas,
Greg, don't be vulgar.
Again.
Boot. It's not Canada. It's London. It's the
and
boot.
Now we're shitting on Canada.
How can you shit on Canada? The nicest people ever. Blame Canada. Heineken. Does anybody like Heineken?
No.
No. Remember my skunk story?
Oh, yeah. Does anybody like Heineken 0.0?
The skunk wouldn't drink Heineken.
Yeah. Smell too bad. If you remember, man, I should have figured out what episode this was. Back, probably 2 years ago, we had Heineken 0.0 on the show. And we
Scott drink it, right?
It was a Will Scott poured out.
Yeah, that's right.
It was hilarious because as he drank, he's like, it's fine. It tastes like a cheap beer. I guess I'd drink it. And then when I finally told him it was 0 alcohol, he's like, fuck this. I would never drink it. I'm pouring it. He got really mad. I should figure out what episode that was. Anyways, Heineken 0.0 is launching on draft. It's not bad enough. They've been canning it all this time. It'll now be in kegs at a bar.
Why?
Is that the first 0 alcohol beer to go on draft?
I'm sure O'Doul's has been on draft at some point, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
But I hope they send their first keg to Alaska.
Also, can we just talk about how like shitty it is that they named their shitty non-alcoholic beer O'Doul's? Like, that's an affront to Irish people everywhere.
Right. The Irish people
like,
are
don't put an
"Hold on."
O in front of it and pass your garbage off as something great. Like, Irish people should be up in arms revolting. Like, oh, fuck you.
O'Doul's? Oh, fuck you.
That should be their slogan.
It really should be. That would be perfect.
I have a buddy who had a friend in college who had no idea what O'Doul's was. So they went out shopping for hooch before they went out to their party that night. And this guy couldn't fathom why like a 30-pack of O'Doul's was like $7. So he bought it thinking it was just a great deal. Common misconception, I guess. And they went to the party that night, and this dude kept bragging about how many beers he had drank, and he hadn't felt a thing yet. So finally, after everybody had known about him drinking like 30 O'Doul's and not feeling a thing, they were finally like, dude, you bought a non-alcoholic beer. And the dude was so embarrassed.
Good.
He just like bolted out of the house and like hid for 2 weeks.
Right, and pissed himself because he drank 30 O'Doul's.
Rightfully so. I mean, what a horrendous college memory for that guy.
Yeah, jeez. I think it was batch 164 where Scott had the 0.0. The 0, I tried it. It's gross. It doesn't even taste like it tastes worse than regular Heineken.
We've had one of the little
I don't
mini
believe that.
cans, the little like 4 or 5 ounce cans.
Hold on. Did it come in a FabFitFun box?
Yeah, Deb got it.
So Shannon, the wife, has FabFitFun, and they sent it, as does Coley, and they both got these little like joke cans of Heineken 0.0, and she's like, I'm going to keep it just because it's funny. I was like, please get that out of the fucking fridge. Either drink it and torture yourself or fucking throw it away, and it's still in our goddamn fridge.
Oh no, it's in
No
our
way.
fridge too. I'll go get it right now.
Why?
Like-
why do the
How
wives wanna keep
skunky
it?
do you think that is?
It's gross.
It's
Fresh,
Heineken.
it's gross. Yeah.
It started.
It's got to be, but it's got to be skunkier now that it's sat, right?
I mean, it's been like 3 months. It hasn't sat ages, but like it's
that's long for Heineken. That's long for Heineken.
it's gross, skunky or not. It's already gross.
I cracked a Heineken that was a week old, and I thought there was a skunk in my backyard. Great.
Since the wives refuse to actually drink it, we should get Deb, Shannon, and Coley on the show at the same time and force them to drink their 0.0s.
Oh, I fully support this this idea.
So you're gonna keep this garbage in the fridge? Let's fucking do it. Let's drink it, people.
I am beer for this.
Why don't we make a bet? Like, we should make a bet, and whoever wins, it'll be a guys versus girls bet.
Okay.
And if we lose, we got to drink the 3 Heineken 0.0s. And if they lose, Coley, Deb, and Shannon would have to get down on the 0.0 on their end.
I'm beer for it. What type of bet?
Ooh,
Any
I don't
ideas?
know.
I'm not purchasing Heineken 0.
Tell your wife to get the
Just to let you guys know that. I don't even know what that is. You guys keep talking about it. I'm like,
it's
what,
some
what is
girly
FabFitFun?
clothing subscription box that comes with like trinkets and shitty beer, apparently.
Gross.
Yeah. Let us know, peeps. What would be a good bet to do against our wives? The loser has to drink the 0.0s that won't leave our fridge.
Better not be like a don't drink beer for a
Oh,
week
fuck
thing.
that. I'd lose immediately. Just give me
Yeah.
0.0 and get this over with.
It should be a bet that has to do with Alabama.
Who can name off like the most cities in Alabama?
Alabama trivia question. It's every question is a trick question because the answer to every question is Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
What's the population of Alabama? I don't know, like 473,000. Roll Tide.
If you
Roll
took Nick
Tide.
Saban's salary and instead you just divided it per capita, like everybody in Alabama could get drunk for like a week.
Is that true?
I do believe that.
it.
Yeah. I mean, you get pretty good and sauced
Roll Tide.
on a per capita, whatever Nick Saban makes, $10 million a year.
You think they have a drink there called the Roll Tide? Like they have to, right?
You would think, at least at some establishment.
Do you think that they did the Tide Pod challenge more just because it says Tide? In
Do you think they rolled it first? They called it the Rolled Tide?
I hope they didn't go in the washing machine and eat the Tide Pod at the same time, so they rolled as they did the Tide Pod.
People are like, why are they shitting on Alabama so hard?
We're stupid.
We're dumb. I'm drinking a 10%er. That's why. That's why this is
If you've
happening.
made it this far, congratulations.
Yeah,
you are now better than everybody else.
You deserve a 0.0. All right, before we very needfully wrap things up,
God.
I'll drop you with one story. Anheuser-Busch AB InBev explores upcycling spent brewer's grain as a prebiotic. Data published in the European Journal of Nutrition indicated that the arabinoxylin also led to increased levels that comes in the spent grain of the short-chain fatty acids acetate and propionate. Words.
Nailed it.
The extraction of AX from brewers' spent grain can yield a functional fiber with potential prebiotic properties similar to AX from other cereals, wrote scientists from University College Cork in Ireland, of course, Ireland, and from AB InBev's Global Innovation and Technology Center in Belgium. So basically, they're trying to figure out, like, can we sell our spent grains as health food?
So they're just trying to make more money.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many spent grains in a batch of beer. It makes sense to try and, do something with them.
Don't most breweries just donate them?
A lot will donate them to, like, farms and such for animal feed.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, there's more. I was reading something that there's more grain than there is animals in need of grain.
Well, there's a lot of beer brewed every day, so I guess that makes sense.
Like, my wife will make dog treats out of the spent grain when I homebrew, but I'll scoop her off, like 10 cups of grain, and most of the grain is still thrown away. Like, it's an insane amount of grain.
Well, I guess good on them then?
Yeah, I mean,
good on them?
Good, well, we'll see.
Good exploitation.
Right.
Are you gonna drink a Budweiser cereal or eat a Budweiser cereal?
Oh, no, I am not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what I'm thinking of. If they have like a prebiotic in them, they're like, oh, how can we, put this out in the public? Cereal. Get your grains and get your Budweiser.
I feel like my body has enough natural acetone and polypeptides, like whatever Greg said.
Don't make me repeat it.
I don't need any more from AB InBev.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I'll just have some shredded wheat, thank you.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I feel like Alabama, #1 consumer. I'm just gonna mic drop that.
Jesus Christ.
While we're talking about grains, favorite breakfast cereal?
Cereal's the worst thing ever. So
I don't eat cereal anymore, but like as a kid, either Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Golden Grahams.
Ooh, Flex.
No, I hate cereal. I don't eat cereal. I never have eaten cereal.
What about years ago when you were a small child?
When you were just a wee little Flex.
A wee lad.
No, I've never liked cereal. The concept of cereal is disgusting to me. Drinking or eating it with milk is even more disgusting to me.
What would you rather eat it with?
Nothing.
Cola. Actually, I would prefer nothing. Like
liter of cola.
Don't put anything in my bowl, and I would rather eat nothing over eating cereal or cereal with milk.
All right, well, you're no fun.
Damn, that's not how I thought that was gonna go, Greg. Just cut this out, man.
Yeah.
This is depressing.
Well, I mean, Brian, what's your favorite cereal?
I honestly liked Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah.
I thought you gotta give.
You know what the best one is though?
those give me
Grape
indigestion.
nuts.
I actually didn't mind
Grape
grape nuts. I liked me some grape nuts.
Are you kidding me? Grape nuts are disgusting.
Dude, Honey
Everyone
Nut-
hates grape nuts.
Honey Nut
I was
Cheerios.
fucking with you, man.
Honey Nut
Jesus
Cheerios,
Christ.
They make your burps taste like a fucking asshole.
What?
Brian was
Yeah.
just trying to lawyer the hell out of you.
Well, mission
Hey, you-
accomplished.
Bought it. You
Yeah.
bought grape nuts.
Well, I guess I'm guilty as charged. I would rather eat grape nuts over Honey Nut Cheerios.
You're insane.
No, Cheerios make your burps taste fucking gross and give you indigestion for days.
You're an insane person. We need a Twitter poll on this stat. Grape nuts versus Honey Nut Cheerios. And if grape nuts wins, I'm going to fucking eat this hat. Like,
I mean, you could have gone with like a Heineken 0.0, but you went with a hat.
okay, fine. I'll drink a Heineken 0.0, full 12 ouncer.
No. Now everybody wants to see you eat a hat. It's done.
No, Greg vetoed the hat. Now he gets a Heineken
If you're gonna
0.0.
eat a hat, I'm all for it. Let's get the hat out. Put some ketchup on it. Here we go.
Can't lawyer yourself out of eating a hat.
You're eating that hat pro bono. Just saying. Oh, apologies, everybody, but we made it to the end.
Shit got weird.
Yeah, shit got weird. But on a better note, hi Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa.
Flex got like mediocre creepy, not too creepy.
Yeah,
just a little
it was
creepy.
it was like nice creepy.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Are
hey,
you
we're
alone in
friends.
the house, Vanessa?
Now it's creepy.
That was super creepy. Please edit that out.
It was good knowing her while it lasted. Oh,
I don't
dear.
even know who Vanessa is.
The real beer vixen on the gram. It's become a tradition to say hi to Vanessa at the end of the show.
A staple.
Sorry, Vanessa.
I am sorry
I
too.
hope you're in your house with somebody else.
Oh, yeah, I hope you're not by yourself.
See fucking intern Brian lurking through the goddamn windows.
Sans clothes. That's a deep pull. Oh.
Pro bono, pro bono, pro bono, pro bono.
So much editing tonight. So much editing.
Oh, God.
All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save us all here. I'm going to hit some music.
Hit some music.
Oh, God. I'm going to tell you all to find Brian on the gram at UCS Brian. You find Flex at Flex Me a Beer _. In between, Craft Beer Republic, as well as craftbeerrepublic.com. Don't forget to call us. Leave us a drunk voicemail, 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. And mail at craftbeerrepublic.com. I hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.